around these guys and to see them because probably 90% of our practices overlap. And great group of young men that displayed a ton of confidence and a ton of character, a ton of courage. It seemed like just an outside coach looking in, it seemed like we would show glimpses where we would be awesome, and then the next quarter or the next game, I would think, what team is this that I'm seeing? It just seemed like we had some great wins, and then sometimes we had some I think they forgot who they were as a team. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It seemed like a roller coaster. I think towards the end of the season, we were gelling. We had a huge win right before regionals against Montopolis, a team that they worked their whole season to knock us off because we had beaten them the previous year. And we game planned well. This is when you guys, the good, solid varsity team showed up, and you showed them what you were made of, and you guys got the victory. And then we lost a heartbreak of a game against probably the school who shall not be named. But we're gunning for them next year. Valor South is that team. And lost a pretty tough one against them at regionals. But we had great wins against San Juan Diego, Round Rock Christian Academy, South Austin Warriors, Montopolis. There's a lot of things to celebrate. Luke Lewis had a phenomenal game, probably one of the best games I've ever seen. Was it 39? 41, but who's counting? He had 41 points. Who's counting? 41. If you haven't seen the video, it's worth going back and seeing. He caught it in midair from behind the three-point arc, right in front of our bench, and shot it all in one motion because there was I think it was 0.4 seconds on the clock. So you don't have time to catch, square up, and shoot. So we did it all in one motion, in the air, caught it, and shot it, and it miraculously went in. Seriously, go back. I don't know, Kyle, how do they get access to it? Is it on the page?
The game is on the Huddle fan engagement site. That's right.
Go to the Huddle fan engagement site. It is worth your time to go see. That was certainly a highlight, and we came back and beat a team that had us down in the fourth quarter. Caleb Kelly also put up some big numbers, 34 points against Bastrop, which I believe was 7 or 8 of those were threes. Again, if you played basketball or watched basketball, if you have more than 4 or 5 threes, that's pretty impressive. And so those were just some highlights. We had 2 seniors, Seth and Eli, and it's worth saying some things about these guys because first with Seth, they both come from great families. Seth was kind of like a player coach, was always there encouraging the team, offering tremendous insight. The first couple games of the season, Coach Moulton had to be out, and Mr. Jones and I coached that team the first 2 games. And Seth was a big part of that, just saying, whispering in my ear, Coach, they're playing this defense, we need to adjust. Great insight. I hope you'll continue to play some type of role in basketball and developing young people. And then Eli, as we heard about in soccer, I've seen Eli play for a number of years now. He has some type of motivation in his gut that he can keep going. I don't know. You should run Ironman marathons or something. He never stops. This was the first time, though, I saw Eli. It was probably frustrating for him. There were a couple times throughout the season where he bumped into some injuries. And when he looks at one of the coaches and said, I don't think I can go or do this, there's something serious going on. But despite it, he tried to work through the challenging injuries and pain to help the team. But 2 tremendous seniors who will be missed certainly for next season. So guys, congrats on on the season, even though we didn't make it to state like we had the 2 previous years. Getting back to what Coach McClellan said, this gives us something to shoot for and some motivation. We got to be hungry to work hard to get back and take state next year. For the awards, the first one might be the youngest player on the team. I don't know exactly on the birthdays, but he showed a lot of grit and a lot of hard work in practice. Sometimes not always getting in the game, which if you played sports before, you work hard just like everyone else, and just had a great attitude the whole way through. And so with the Archer Award, we want to recognize those players who showed tremendous amounts of character when times are good or when times are bad. I mean, you don't want to be defeated when times are bad. You don't want to be arrogant when times are good. And this player was consistently working hard and displaying a huge amount of character and hustle throughout the season. And so the team voted the Archer Award winner to William Norman. The next award winner, positives and negatives. I'll try not, I don't like sarcasm and negativity, but this player at times likes to talk to people in the stands, especially on the opposing team. I think he's working on it. I hope he's working on it. But the great enduring thing about this player is he plays with his heart on his sleeve, and so he might dive for balls. He sacrifices his body. It doesn't matter if he's going up against a 6'8" player or whatever. He's going to go full on out, and sometimes that's awesome, and we got to reap the benefits of it. Sometimes it needs to be in check. But regardless, this player did a great job of hustling, and I actually got those awards mixed up. By the way, I'll just say I had about 5 minutes to plan this. This is not the Archer Award winner. This is the most improved winner. I would say the same thing about him. Will worked hard and he made a lot of progress. Again, probably the youngest player on this varsity team. So this award is obviously for Michael Schwartz. These guys know it. This is the Archer Award. That's the Archer Award, and if you see Michael play, if you know his personality, he plays like his personality. He's going to be all over the court, and he's going to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Doesn't matter the size of the opponent. So we appreciate that about you, Michael. The most valuable player, this was a tough one. I know talking with Coach Moulton, we went back and forth talking of it. All these awards are difficult to give because there's usually 2 or 3 people that it comes down to that the award could be given to. And this award winner just does a lot for the team. Obviously, is a valuable player. You do a lot. He handled the ball a lot. He scored when we needed points. He made defensive stops when we needed defensive stops. He could drive to the basket. He could rebound. He covered a lot of the different stats and really worked hard, as did these other guys. But he showed that, hey, his value on the court shined a little bit more than the rest of the team. And the most valuable award this year goes to Colton Jones. You want to get it for your brother, Seth?
Yes!
So, hey, guys, just the guys who are returning next year, just one last word, and that would be the whole, I talked with my JV team about this, but it applies to you guys. Confidence and courage. One of the things I like about Founder Sports, goodness, we have the opportunity to compete. If we were at bigger high schools, oftentimes we wouldn't have the opportunity because it's so competitive. Here, it's competitive, but these guys get a shot. And whether you're playing basketball or some of you play football or other sports, really grow in your work, your confidence, and your courage. Again, you guys were up here sometimes throughout the season. If we could just sustain that and be consistent in that, play with confidence, work your tail off, and play with courage. And I hope you guys coming back will do that, because I think we've got a great season. We'll certainly miss Eli, and we'll certainly miss Seth, but hopefully you guys will be in the stands when we're playing games next year, cheering us on. So again, your varsity boys basketball team.
We got one more award straight from Coach Moulton. He texted me beforehand. Anyways, we talk a lot about hustle stats. You can tell from, this is a varsity basketball team. There's not a lot of height compared to some of the other teams that we face. So the hustle stats of steals and rebounds are very important. And one of the challenges that Coach Moulton put out there for these young men at the beginning of the season was part of that hustle stat in rebounding, which is box outs. And me and Mr. Halal, we counted every single box out for this entire year. And there was actually $100 on the line for the hustle stat of boxing out, and it went to Tito.
Thanks, guys. All right.